In this episode of the Dr. Clay Show, I'm going to first cover a new study that says that vitamins nullify the effects of exercise. Then I'm going to give you some pointers on how to bring up lagging arms. Then I'm going to tell you some cool stuff that you absolutely need to know about water bottles. Need to be safe. Then I'm going to answer a question from Wesley about what to do about sore knees. Then lastly, I'm going to tell you about a resource that is my single favorite place to go for nutrition information. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever applies. Welcome to episode number 5 of the Dr. Clay Show. As always, I'm your host, Dr. Clay Height, and as you can see, this is what I call the chill version of the Dr. Clay Show. That's right, it's like 100 degrees outside. I'm exaggerating. 100 degrees outside, and it's been a busy, stressful week. You know, I just thought I would reward myself by doing this next show in a more laid-back fashion. But nonetheless, the information is just as good as always. It's just delivered on the couch. That's it. Without further ado, let's move into the What's Up in Fitness segment. Now, this week, a new study is What's Up in Fitness, and it's a very interesting one. The headline says that vitamins block the effects of exercise. Wow, and I had to read that because I've sure found that the vitamins I take did not block the effects of my exercise, so I had to dig more into it. Well, when I did, I found that they were giving subjects 2 basic common antioxidants, vitamin C and vitamin E. Specifically, they gave them 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and 400 IUs, or international units, of vitamin E. And then they measured the response to the exercise program that they put them on, and assessed how the vitamins affected that. Well, basically, here's what they found out. They found that the vitamins did actually nullify some of the effects of exercise. Now, the researchers concluded that they suspect that the oxidative stress, or the free radicals that are released as a result of exercise or training, they are actually beneficial to the body, and those antioxidants, the pro-oxidants, or the free radicals, are part of what stimulates the body to respond and adapt to exercise. It's kind of like if you go out in the sun with no sunscreen, you get a tan because your body's adapting to that stress. But if you put sunscreen on, then you're not going to get as tan because there's less stress being placed on the body. So they're finding that maybe taking too many antioxidants, not a good thing. It blocks too much of it, basically work too well, so to speak. And this goes along very well with what I've been saying for a long time, is that people are now on this antioxidant bandwagon with all these different juices and acai berry capsules and so on that have high antioxidant potential. But I had already heard of a study or two that pointed out the fact that maybe too many antioxidants is not good for you. So it's just following, it goes along with my overall theory of nutrition, which is moderation is the key. So that's it. So forget, trying to megadose with different vitamins and minerals unless you have a specific need or reason to. But just because we find out a little of something might be good, that does not mean more is better. So use a common sense approach when it comes to your supplementation. Now let's move on to the physique enhancement portion of the show. And today in particular, we're going to be talking about how to get better arms. Now, one of the most common things that I do with clients that need to bring up their arms is this. I'm going to let you in on one of my little tricks here. So pay attention, get a notepad, and listen up. I will have that person continue to train the rest of their body as they normally do, which is typically train a body part once or twice a week. However, I'll have them train arms, the body part they're trying to bring up, train arms 3 times a week, 3 non-consecutive days, typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Another key to making that work, besides the frequency, is keeping the exercise volume low. You can't be doing, 12 sets for biceps on Monday and 12 sets for biceps on Wednesday and then 15 sets on Friday. That's going to be overtraining, and in no time you'll be shrinking your arms as opposed to growing them. But a brief workout. And another key to make it work is to change exercises each day and to do different sets and reps and even different rest intervals. So putting all that together, you're probably like, okay, well, that's a lot. How could I apply that? Let me give you an example with biceps. With biceps, let's say on Monday, do 5 sets of 5 repetitions on barbell curl. And in that, rest about 2.5 minutes to make sure you're fresh and can move maximum weight on each set. Then on Wednesday, do alternating dumbbell curls for the exercise, switching it up, giving the body a different stress, but then also do slightly higher repetitions. Do 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Then on Friday, pick again a different exercise like preacher curls, especially with a cambered bar, the easy bar, easier on your wrist. Do preacher curls, 3 sets, and let's change the reps yet again. Do 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions and rest shorter on that time. Only rest about 60 seconds on those sets. And by the way, on Wednesday with alternating dumbbell curls 8 to 10, I would rest about 90 seconds. So see, you're changing the exercise, the sets and reps, and the rest intervals. Gives your body a different stimulus each time, but yet a frequent stimulus, but it's not too much that it can't adapt. So you're basically setting your body up to succeed and to bring up that body part. Well, let me tell you this though, you can only do that so long and it will start to backfire on you, because that is borderline overkill. Remember I said moderation is the key. That's not quite moderate, that's a little excessive, but if you do it for a period of time, then it works great. So after you do that, do it for about 4 weeks, and then maybe even stop arm training directly for 1 week, and then resume your normal program. Now it's time for the health and wellness portion of the show. Now today I'm going to talk about water bottles. Probably already you're like, well, that doesn't sound very exciting. No, this is stuff you need to know, so pay attention. It's for the health of you and your kids if you have any kids. All right, check this out. Let's get the bad news out of the way. Plastic water bottles are largely just not good for you. They contain obviously synthetic chemicals that are needed to make, a bottle so durable and unbreakable and so on. It just takes synthetic ingredients to do that. However, the problem comes in is when you put water in there and repeatedly, and especially if you store it and it's in hot temperatures and so on, some of those synthetic ingredients leach out into the water.